Welcome to the Stoic Forge, where we build resilience in the face of life's fiercest trials. Today, we embark on a journey towards finding unshakable calm, even when the world around us descends into chaos. We'll be guided by the profound wisdom of Epictetus, the remarkable Greek Stoic philosopher whose life began in slavery, but whose mind soared to the heights of true freedom. Chaos, it seems to be the defining characteristic of our age. From global uncertainty to personal upheaval, we often feel like tiny boats tossed on an angry sea. We crave control, but the world constantly reminds us of our limitations. And when we lose that sense of control, fear and anxiety quickly rush in to fill the void. But Epictetus, a man who endured physical hardship and a life utterly outside his external control, found a different path. He didn't seek to control the external world. He sought to master his internal one. He famously declared, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." This single sentence holds the key to his philosophy of inner freedom and our path to unshakable calm. At the heart of Epictetus' teaching is the dichotomy of control. This isn't just a philosophical concept, it's a practical framework for navigating life. Epictetus taught that everything in the universe can be divided into two categories: things that are within our power and things that are not. What is within our power? Our opinions, our judgments, our desires, our aversions, our actions. In short, our thoughts and our will. This is our inner fortress, our true domain of freedom. What is not within our power? Our body, our property, our reputation, other people's actions, external events, sickness, death, the weather, economic crashes, global conflicts. Almost everything outside our skin, and even some things inside it. Most of our anxiety and suffering, Epictetus argued, comes from mistakenly trying to control things that are not in our power, or from attaching our happiness to external outcomes. We rage against traffic, we despair over a bad diagnosis, we are consumed by what others think of us, we fear what the future might bring. All of these lie outside our direct control. Epictetus taught that if you want true peace, you must diligently train your mind to distinguish between these two categories. His advice was direct. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Think of it like this. You can control your effort in preparing for a presentation, but you cannot control how your audience receives it. You can control your diligence in maintaining your health, but you cannot control whether sickness eventually comes. You can control your kindness towards others, but you cannot control their response. When we focus on what's outside our control, we become slaves to external circumstances. We are vulnerable to every twist of fate, every unkind word, every unpredictable event. But when we shift our focus inward, to our judgments, our reactions, and our choices, we become truly free. We become unassailable. Epictetus, a cripple who was once owned by another man, lived this truth. He proved that even in the most physically restrictive circumstances, the mind can remain sovereign. He found liberation not by escaping slavery, but by accepting his external reality and cultivating absolute mastery over his internal state. He saw every adversity, every challenge, every chaotic turn of events, not as a misfortune to be lamented, but as an opportunity to practice his philosophy. He said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are. They are tests, not punishments. They reveal our character, not break it." So how do we cultivate this unshakable calm amidst the chaos? Applying Epictetus' wisdom to our own lives. Start with your judgments. The next time you feel overwhelmed or fearful by an external event, pause. Ask yourself, am I disturbed by the event itself or by my judgment about the event? Often, it's our interpretation, our labeling something as bad or unbearable, that causes the distress. Practice the dichotomy of control daily. Make it a habit. When a problem arises, mentally or even physically with two columns, list what's in your control and what's not. Then redirect all your energy to the things you can influence. Let go of the rest. This is an act of release, not resignation. Embrace what happens. Epictetus said, "Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will. Then your life will flow well." This doesn't mean passively accepting injustice, but it means accepting the reality of the present moment before you can wisely act to change it. Resistance to reality is the source of much suffering. View challenges as training. Just as a weightlifter welcomes heavy weights to build muscle, a Stoic welcomes adversity to build character. See chaotic moments as opportunities to practice patience, resilience, and inner detachment. Each time you respond calmly to something you cannot control, you strengthen your inner citadel. Focus on your moral purpose. For Epictetus, our ultimate freedom and happiness came from living in accordance with virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. When external chaos rages, focus on whether your actions and reactions align with these virtues. This inner compass provides stability, regardless of the external storm. In a world that constantly bombards us with reasons to fear and feel powerless, Epictetus offers a profound and liberating truth. Our external circumstances may be beyond our command, but our most precious possession, our inner freedom, our ability to choose our response, is always and unequivocally within our grasp. By mastering this inner domain, by focusing on what truly belongs to us, we become like a rock in a stormy sea, battered by the waves perhaps, but never moved from our foundation. We find an unshakable calm, not because chaos disappears, but because we choose not to be disturbed by it. Thank you for joining me on the Stoic Forge. May you find your strength within, and may your inner freedom light your way.